What's up everybody, it's your boy Hokage here, welcome to the video. Today we're gonna talk about chapter 25 of the Boruto manga. More specifically, we're doing a preview discussion for the next chapter. The hype is fucking real at the moment with Kawaki arc starting in chapter 24, and obviously chapter 25 will be the second chapter of the arc. You know, we recently got another outer member of the Kara in Garo. And you know, there's so much going on, and I feel like a lot of different things could happen in the next chapter of the Boruto manga. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So before I start, I just want to say this. Which is something that I'm not too proud of, but it doesn't concern me too much. So basically my manga preview discussions, I've noticed this trend where I constantly make wrong predictions. Now I'm referring to the main predictions that I put in my titles, not, you know, all the predictions that I'm saying. And the reason why it doesn't concern me is because when I, reread some of these Boruto chapters, and obviously you have cliffhangers, massive cliffhangers at pretty much at the end of pretty much every chapter. I realize how unpredictable this manga really is, and that's why it doesn't concern me. So this preview discussion, I'm not gonna be, I guess, too specific like I usually am when it comes to previews, because really anything can happen. If you look at chapter 24, we have this clusterfuck where we have Boruto, Sarada, Mitsuki, Konohamaru, Kawaki, Garo, Kashin, Koji, and Delta watching. Like what the fuck? It almost sounds like a fanfic. But for real though, anything can happen. I would like to point out one thing. If you guys remember when Kara was introduced, they were talking about this person named Amado. Now, back when Jigen, Delta, the Honorable Elder, who was probably killed by Kashin Koji, and the others were discussing about him, it wasn't confirmed, but I personally got the vibe that Amado is one of the inners. I could be 100% wrong, but if there's one person that I think could make its appearance in this chapter, chapter 35, it will be Amado, because he was mentioned many chapters ago and we still haven't seen him in the Boruto manga. I feel like there's nobody that's gonna appear here apart from him. For chapters, people are speculating that Sasuke is gonna pull up and appear here, right, to save Team 7, I guess, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So with that said, I feel like this chapter could be a little bit more, I guess, not necessarily normal. Not saying that the last couple of chapters were crazy, but it wouldn't be full of so many surprises. Now, the thing is, what I really want to see in this chapter is something going on between Boruto and Kawaki. Why am I saying this? And Boruto chapter 24, when Boruto felt pain in his palm, I guess, Kawaki also felt something. It could have been something else, maybe not necessarily pain. That's probably a very, I guess, a big word to use here, but you get the point, right? And that shows that Boruto and Kawaki are somehow linked. Obviously, they both have these seals. And, I mean, we don't know how Kawaki got his seal. I still have a theory that he killed Urashiki to get it. But the anime will confirm this, in the next couple of episodes. Because, obviously, Boruto killed an Otsutsuki member and he got his seal. And I feel like that's how Kawaki got his Karma seal as well. And furthermore, not only, we had that connection where they both felt pain, the last page of chapter 24 on the side, now depending on where you're reading this chapter, the sentence structure might be a bit different, but basically you will get the point. It says, "At last the boy who will change everything appears in front of Boruto, Kawaki. Now their fate will start to move." Word fate is crucial here. I mean, it was mentioned earlier in the Boruto manga in chapter 10 when Momoshiki gave that crazy prophecy to Boruto how his eyes will take away everything from him. So fate is a thing. Obviously, fate was a thing in Naruto as well, to a certain extent. This pretty much confirms that, you know, I feel like this confirms that the meeting of Boruto and Kawaki in chapter 24, well, I guess in chapter 23, but Kawaki was sleeping, quote unquote, then I feel like this confirms that this meeting was destined to happen. And a lot of other things are going to be destined to happen, most likely. And this is... This and the fact that they both felt pain in chapter 24 makes me believe that something huge is gonna happen between them. Now, trust me, I'm not lazy. It's not like I'm lazy to, I guess, come up with a scenario, to come up with a prediction, I guess. But as I said, the Boruto manga is so unpredictable. I don't even want to try to guess what's gonna happen, because whenever I try to predict something huge, it's usually wrong, because this manga is too fucking unpredictable. As stupid as it sounds, I just expect something to happen between Boruto and Kawaki. That's literally it. Now, obviously, I feel like we're gonna get the conclusion to the Garo versus Kawaki fight, or maybe it's gonna get interrupted. Since Kawaki already broke his jaw in the past, as it was stated in chapter 24, I feel like he's much stronger than him. But then again, if Garo wasn't confident enough to beat Kawaki, he wouldn't attack him. But then again, Kawaki is quote-unquote weakened at the moment because he fought those robotic puppets or whatever. So I don't really know what's gonna happen there. But I feel like I don't think that fight will take the majority of the next chapter. I feel like it's gonna be finished in a couple of pages, because the purpose of that is for us, the readers, to see Kawaki's power, because it says at the end of, like it says on the last page of chapter 24, Kawaki is in a fierce battle. What is that power? Which really shows that, yeah, the point of that fight is for us to see the power, right? Yeah. As for the observers, Kashin, Koji, and Delta, I don't feel like they're gonna do anything. Obviously, Kashin Koji left. He could have killed the entire Team 7 a couple of chapters ago. He didn't, so that's why he left. Now, obviously, we have Delta here. But I feel like if she were to do something, she would be stopped by either Kashin Koji, or her thoughts about Jigen would stop her. Because if you guys remember, when Jigen and Delta were talking, she asked for permission to go and visit Kashin Koji to see what he's doing, and Jigen said that she can only report back if something, I guess, negative happens. If something happens, she shouldn't interfere, basically. So even if she were to interfere, I feel like Kashin Koji would stop her for whatever reason, because I talked about this multiple times in the past. Kashin Koji is a very mysterious character. He feels like he has some of his own goals, so to say. Yeah. These chapters have 40 pages, the Boruto chapters, right? The manga chapters of Naruto had 20 pages, so pretty much this chapter will be pretty much 2 chapters of Naruto. So a lot of different things could happen. Assuming that my prediction is right, the fight between Kawaki and Garo won't take more than 10 pages. We have 30 pages left. Honestly, bro, anything can happen. Really, when I think about it, the point of this video was just for me to talk to you guys about the manga, because this manga is monthly. Obviously, I did my review. I did a theory video after the review, and I'm gonna make the spoiler video once the spoilers get released. In the next couple of weeks or whatever. But I just want to have more of these manga videos, because man, all these shonens are having their manga published every week, but we Boruto fans have to suffer from this painful 30-day wait every month. And I feel like these videos kind of make up for it in a way, to a certain extent. Anyway, guys, obviously, you know, I mentioned this at the start of this video, and I even did a separate video about this. The Kawaki arc started in chapter 24, and I really feel like Kawaki could shine in this arc. He got a very good backstory. And there's a very good reason why he's so nervous, why he's so defensive, and quote-unquote edgy. It's because of his backstory, which was shown, and the fact that everybody refers to him as this vessel and not as human being. And he's a very tragic character, and I really can't wait to see more of Kawaki. One thing that bugs me about the Ao arc still is that we still haven't seen Ao's backstory and how he, you know, entered the Car organization. We might get it later on in the manga, or probably the anime will expand upon this. But I don't know, man. I just want Kawaki to shine in this arc. That was your boy Hokage. Twitter and Discord links are in the description below. If you're new to this channel and if you're into Boruto, consider subscribing. Let me know what you think is gonna happen in the next chapter, even though it's fucking impossible to predict. That was your boy Hokage, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.